There we go.
That's better.
Much better. Hi guys. It's just another talking head video for you today, but I want to talk a little bit more about my book. I told you that we were going to write this together, so it's just as much mine as it is yours. It's mainly God's, so I am not going to take any credit for it. So I'm going to start the writing process, and what that means is that I'm going to start actually sitting down at my laptop and writing every day. And my goal is, I'm really praying through this. I'm pretty sure that my goal is 2,000 words a day, no matter what, except Saturdays. I like Saturdays to kind of be my rest day. I still work and do things for my family in this season on Saturdays, but it's kind of my rest day. It's kind of my Sabbath, and I don't want to have to write on Saturdays, but Sundays for sure, and 6 days a week for however long it takes to get it done. I'm going to write 2,000 words a day. So 6 times 2, that's 12,000 words a week that I get to pour out. And while that sounds like a lot, it's going to take probably 6 weeks to really get it all out. I don't know. I don't have a word goal in mind. I've been told that if it's going to be a Bible study, probably between 40 and 50,000 words is going to be ideal, but I'm not going to cancel that. I'm not going to ask God if that's true. I'm just going to give it all to him. And if he wants it more or less or whatever, then we'll do more or less as that comes on. So 2,000 words a day, every day of the week except Saturday. I'm not starting, actually today is Sunday, so I'll start that today. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the ways that I'm going to find motivation and creativity through this. I'm so excited because I get a chance to have a creative outlet, which is so important to me. And I think it's important to everybody. I think people think that because they aren't creative in like the traditional artist's way of being creative, that they're truly not really creative. But I think that you're taking away from some of the things that God created us to do when you think that way. I've been digging in my heels for a long time about writing again. I feel like it's not time, it's not time, it's not time, and I really didn't even have an idea of what I was going to write about. Nana's Pearls was brewing and stewing in me for a long time, so to not have an idea going forward and what I'm supposed to write about was kind of intimidating. With Nana's Pearls, already an idea in my head of what I was supposed to be writing about and what I was supposed to be doing, I didn't know what I was supposed to write. I didn't know what God was calling me to create, and I was struggling. And I realized one of the reasons why I was struggling is because I wasn't doing the same thing that I've always done to find creativity. And one of the biggest ways, honestly, and I know this sounds so trite, but one of the biggest ways that I have found in wanting, and one of the biggest things that I have found in that creative mindset is to spend time with him, to spend time alone with the Lord in prayer, in his word, in worship, and just spend time getting to know him. And it's amazing to me how much then he works to give us the creative ideas. So I started spending more time with him. I started praying again about, God, let me creatively express who you are to others in order to fulfill your calling. And it's amazing how he has answered that prayer, not only with developing this Bible study that I explained last week. And if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. I'll put a link at the end of this video. But he put that calling in me a while ago through the Bible study. And now it's turned into such a big fun project that I feel as though it's time to get creative again. So the first step is just to spend time with him and pray. Pray for that creativity. Pray for that release. The second step really is what I did today. Be with other believers. Be in communion and fellowship with other believers. We have a sweet little church here that we've been plugged into, and just making sure that we make that a priority in our lives. It's amazing how much he will download into my spirit creative ways to release his word. So those are the two things that are really kind of spiritual, and to me it feels like a trite answer as a Christian, like go to church and spend time with the Lord. Duh, of course that's what I'm going to do in order to get creative ideas. But those are two vital things. I don't mean to discredit them. I don't mean to say that they're not important. They're probably the most important. But as an individual, another way that is so important to me to keep the creative juices flowing is to walk. If I'm sitting still, it's hard for me to be creative. If I just sit in the same atmosphere, it's hard for me to be creative. I love to walk and pray. I love to walk and worship. I very rarely am sitting if I'm with the Lord, and I felt that creativity squelched at times because I do sit too often. I don't take the time to walk. So that's one of the goals that I'm going to start implementing into my daily routine as I write this, is to walk. And I know it sounds kind of simple and silly, but I want to walk at least a half an hour a day. And I think that will help me be able to stay focused on what He has for me over this season. And it's just going to be if it's a quick walk around the block while I'm praying, if it's a quick walk with Dwayne, whatever, I want to walk a half an hour a day. And I think that that's a good way to get my creative juices flowing, for sure. And I think that I'm in a season now where I can spare a half an hour. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but before I couldn't. And I think that it's important now. I don't know when you guys will watch this. So next Sunday morning is daylight savings time. So we gain an hour back of daylight. And I think that that's important for me to be able to maintain that kind of healthy rhythm while I write and walk every day. And the final way that I get super creative is really to watch others. I love to tune into certain preachers that I can watch, certain messages in churches that I can watch online. What an amazing time that we live in that we can watch that. But I also like to watch fellow YouTubers and vloggers and bloggers and reading, and just being able to plug in and watch other people that are walking their walk and inspiring. And not necessarily that is what I want to do. I don't follow a lot of writers because I want my own authentic voice to come out and not somebody else's. If I do research for a subject or for a topic, it's with some old theologians, or to make sure that I have the scripture right and I'm doing the scripture justice. It's not another writer that I'm trying to mimic or trying to be like. It's just to try and do the research that the work demands. But just to watch other creatives create the way that God created them to be creative. If that makes any sense at all, I don't know. But that's the other way that I love to get creative. So I don't necessarily want to put a goal in that, because the other two are goals. I'm going to write 2,000 words every day. I'm going to spend time alone in prayer, in worship, and in the Bible with my God every day. I'm going to walk every day, but I don't want to put a goal around how many videos I'm going to watch or who I'm going to follow or what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of sharing with you guys what it is that I do to get creative. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to do, and I'm debating on whether or not I have an awesome day planner, and that's what I was looking for, is my day planner, because I was going to show it to you. And I'm going to put check marks next to each one of those things every day, Sunday through Monday. Walking and drinking water are two things that I'm going to do on Saturdays as well. So it's silly that I don't do that, but I'm going to put just check marks so I can hold myself accountable. So the things that I'm going to hold myself accountable to are the 2,000 words, drinking water, drinking 100 ounces of water every day, walking every day, and spending time with the Lord. Some of those are new habits. Some of them are old habits. Some of them are habits that I've always had. Like spending time with the Lord is that I've done for a long time. So that's not a new habit. Drinking water is something that I have been very disciplined in the past, and I'm not anymore. Same with walking. But writing every day is something that I've never been challenged to do before. When Nana's Pearls was written, funny thing happened. I told God that I didn't have the time to write in that season. I was finishing up, I believe, my master's. I was finishing up, I believe, my undergrad, and I just didn't have time to write in that season. And God kind of called me into a time of little sleep, and I was fully refreshed. It was amazing. But I told him I didn't have time, and he would wake me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and say, "Okay, Megan, now you have time." And I'm kind of trying to avoid that by building in the time myself, so that way God doesn't have to make it something like that. So that's the plan for the book. I know that last week we talked a lot about what it's about and what it's going to look like, and how we're going to do this. And next week is when the writing really starts, and I will be able to share with you guys what God gave me throughout the week, what we were working on from a creativity standpoint, and how much I've written. I'm doing this so that you guys can hold me accountable. I'm excited for some of the things that I'm writing and to be able to share that with you guys. And if you are excited about this, please subscribe to this channel. Like I said in my video last week, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm going to be doing a whole lot more vlogs on this channel. I'm going to put out videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays so you guys can know where I'm at in the writing process. You guys can watch what Dwayne and I do in our daily lives, those kind of things. And I'm excited to share all that with you guys. So please subscribe to the channel. Refer me to a friend if you have a friend that just needs to be encouraged in their creativity, in their walk with God. If you want to walk through this Bible study / book / whatever it is with us or with a friend. I'm also going to be doing some videos still on marriage and blended families and those kind of things. So don't think that that's gone. I don't mean to neglect that, because we're going to continue to do that. So make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye.